Hello everyone. So today we're back with another fun tutorial for you. We're just going to make a simple ATC card. ATC stands for Artist Trading Cards, and they're usually traded between artists, exchanged, and sometimes you have themes, sometimes you don't. So today we're just going to share a fun card. Now these usually are 3 by 4 inches or 2 by 3 inches. So here we've cut a cardstock into 3 by 4 and slightly curved the edges. Now for this I'm just going to give a watercolor background, something that we done in our recent card and everybody asked for a tutorial on that. So we're using one of Tim Holtz's latest stencils, and that's called Ornate. So that's Ornate. And with this we're going to use the Art Basics 3D matte gel because this gives a nice resist effect. So I'm just going to place the stencil on the card and go over with the matte gel. I'm covering the entire surface, but you could also just do like a random pattern. So that's what we have as of now. You can't quite see it because it's really transparent. And then I'm just going to clean off the edges and get this dried. So I'm back after having dried this. So this is what it looks like, a slight embossed texture on the base. So now I'm going to create like a watercolor effect using basic acrylic colors. These are Fevicryl Hobby Idea colors, but you could use any acrylic colors that you have. And I've chosen 4 shades here. So since I need a little bit, I'm just going to put some of the color on this acrylic block, and I'm using water brushes for this. So I'm first going to start with the lightest color and just randomly go over my card. So I'm going to do this at some random spots. And in the same way, add the next color. And now this time I'm just going to slightly touch it to the previous color so that we get a great blend. And the next color. I'm just going to spritz some water now to get everything moving a bit. So there you can see that gives us a great blend. I'm just going to add a little bit of the green as well. Just a drop would be enough. This contrast just makes the colors pop. And I'm also going to make sure to leave some white spaces because that always adds some extra interest. I'm just going back with a little bit of a red here, overlapping on the orange. some green here. So that should be enough. And let's get this dried up as well. Okay, so now this is all dried up and nice. Now you can see how it creates such a great watercolor effect with the colors and the texture in the background. So we have an instant background here for a card now. So this is quite a simple and easy technique that you can use for your cards as well, for tags, any background that you want to create in a few minutes. So now I use this Peekaboo alphabet stamp set and just got my sentiment ready. Free your fears. I have that here, and I want to use this image from Mudra as the focal element. So I'm just going to get this stamped, and I'm using black archival ink because I think the background has a lot of colors already. And I'm doing this on some cardstock. Some back. Now just this is the stamped and fussy cut image that we decided to use as a focal element, and this one. And then I just dug into my stash and found some previously used die cuts from some paper packs or something. So when we make a project, we tend to use bits and pieces and then save up the rest to use for another time. So I had these stamped feathers as well that were fussy cut. So they made good elements for this ATC. So I also found this chipboard piece that I just added the same acrylic green, red and orange to color it. Now just want to distress the edges of the sentiment. So for this, again on the craft mat, I'm just going to take a little bit of the color and spray some water and just run the edges over it. So that really gives it a nice distressed look, and I'm just using green because I think there's a lot of red, yellow, orange already. So I'm just going to run all the three pieces of the sentiment and let them dry. Let's get everything arranged, and I need some foam tape to put everything down, and for a few things I'm just going to use the Fevicryl. So this piece can go right behind the ATC and pop out like this. I'm just going to do that, add that with the Fevicryl, but then let me see, I'm just going to play around with the elements first and then decide what should go where. So maybe this, you can have this here. So I'll like this can come here. Okay. I'm just going to get these three feathers stuck on top of each other. So off camera I just glued everything together, the rows onto this paper with Fevicryl, and I added some foam tape here for that dimension, and I added this die cut piece with Fevicryl and just adhered all the feathers with foam tape and the girl on the swing with the foam tape as well. So now let's add our sentiment. So I'm just going to add some foam tape behind the sentiment as well. And I'll stick it on the card. So that's how my sentiment goes there. I think I want to have some black stamping here. I should have done that before I adhered all the elements, but nevertheless I'm just going to add it onto the edges. So for this I'm just using this Finnabair texture stamp and archival ink, black archival ink, and I'll just go over the edges randomly. That's it. I think maybe a little bit here. Yeah, so that gives it a complete look. So that's a very quick and easy ATC card, like you see. Not much of an effort. Just create a nice background using the watercolor resist technique. Dig in your stash for some elements. Else you could also just use your stamps and create your own focal points, like done here. And that's it. Assemble everything and you have a great ATC card there. So you could also distress the edges if you want, the same way as we did with the sentiment. But I'm just going to leave it like this right now. So hope you had fun and enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you share your ATC creations with us as well. Use the hashtag dots2lines, hashtag DTL while you upload your creations on Instagram as well as Facebook. Do like, subscribe and share our channel, and let us know what else you'd like to see during our Saturday tutorials. Have fun and have a great weekend. Bye bye.